Hello friends! Currently, Florida is facing a serious invasion from millions of wild monkeys, spreading from urban areas to farms. In these areas, losses are estimated to be up to $75 million per year, creating a major challenge for both agriculture and communities. Safety farmers and wildlife management experts are taking various measures to control the situation. One of the main methods is the use of licensed firearms, carried out by hunters with a license from the state. This method includes the use of precision shooting equipment and strict adherence to state hunting regulations to ensure safety and effectiveness. In addition, hunters also use fruits to attract monkeys, facilitating easier access and control. This method not only increases the chances of successfully killing the target, but also contributes to the effective management of wild monkeys. Let's explore these efforts further and learn how we can help our communities meet this challenge. If you appreciate the farmer's approach to this issue, leave it number 1 in the comments section below. Wild monkey calling is a widespread problem in Florida. One method used is the use of firearms to control the population, with approximately 10,000 monkeys killed each year. However, this method is not only ethically controversial, but also deeply controversial. Some people believe that killing these intelligent and sensitive creatures is cruel and unnecessary, while others argue that it is the only way to prevent their invasion and ensure agricultural security, industry, as well as protecting the community. In an effort to find a more peaceful and environmentally friendly solution, the state of Florida has launched a new initiative of planting fences around farms and city entrances. This solution not only helps protect agricultural areas from monkey attacks, but also minimizes negative impacts on other wildlife. Planting these hedges not only helps increase field protection, but also creates a natural fence, contributing to maintaining the balance between agriculture and biodiversity. Furthermore, These barriers promote sustainable agricultural environments where humans and wildlife can coexist harmoniously. By integrating modern agricultural practices with respect for nature, we not only protect food sources, but also encourage positive interactions between people and the natural environment. The animals that can help control invasive monkey populations are actually specially trained dogs. Not only are they loyal companions, these dogs are also extensively trained to effectively handle the task of controlling the monkey population. As a result, wild monkey populations have decreased significantly in many areas of the world, from farmlands to urban areas. Interestingly, monkeys often show fear in the presence of dogs. Sometimes, just having the dog in an area is enough to make them leave. This method effectively controls the monkey population without causing significant harm. Not only does it protect the environment, but it also demonstrates human creativity in managing wildlife and maintaining natural balance. Additionally, the use of cage traps is also an organized method to control monkey populations. These traps allow us to safely and effectively capture and trap wild monkeys that need to be controlled. It is important that this method is carried out systematically, without harming the monkeys, ensuring that the capture process is humane and does not cause negative health consequences for the monkeys. If you like this approach, leave your number 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, leave it as 0. Let's discuss and explore these innovative methods to minimize damage from the dramatic increase in feral hogs, a challenge that the Texas Association of Agriculture has recorded at up to $800 million. The government is making constant efforts to control and reduce the number of these animals, requiring widespread cooperation and breakthroughs. of the notable solutions is to provide a rich source of food from cornfields. This is where wild boars often invade to enjoy the sweet corn kernels and even the leaves on the trees. Notably, the tall and wide corn leaves provide a perfect cover for the corn plant. The fondness of wild boars for cornfields is explained by their increasing presence in urban areas and farms, causing problems not only for livestock, but also for humans, people, and community. This condition is not simply a natural phenomenon, but is also the result of the encroachment of pigs into human environments, which combined with food scarcity, creates significant management challenges, wild boar environment, and security. With their diversely colored fur and large size, these animals stand out in the ecosystem and use their snouts to search for food under the forest canopy and on the ground. Typical wild boar groups often consist of small herds, with dominant males leading the way. The task of hunting wild boar at night requires meticulous preparation and advanced techniques. Hunters not only need to use a flashlight to illuminate the area, but must also choose the correct rifle, adjust the appropriate settings, and ensure an ample supply of ammunition to increase their chances of success. They often carry accessories such as night vision goggles to capture clear images in the dark, as well as ropes to plan safe movements. The hunting process requires concentration and patience in tracking footprints and gentle sounds. Wild boar species can have different reproductive cycles depending on food and environment. A wild boar's gestation period typically lasts 90 to 120 days, and litters typically range from 8 to 15 piglets, which creates challenges in wildlife management in many areas. The invasion of wild boars is not only a problem when they roam freely on the roads, but also boldly invade people's homes and food sources. Their presence not only affects economic resources, but also complicates the daily lives of farmers. If you support this approach, leave number 1 in the comments to discuss and resolve this challenge. Don't miss our channel's latest videos. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Hello! For many years, the state of Florida and the United States have been facing the worrying problem where millions of invasive baboons invaded cities, causing serious consequences. Their presence not only compromises security, but also causes significant damage to the economy and infrastructure of Florida urban area residents who have had to find ways to deal with this situation. Please leave one below in the comments and join us now. Unmoving train. Baboons casually sat on the roof of the train watching the scenery. It's a funny and sad scene when a baboon even destroys a car, climbing on the driver's seat and causing damage to the car. Have you ever wondered why baboons attract human attention? The monkeys' vigorous reproductive behavior led to their population explosion. With a high reproductive rate and short reproductive cycle, macaque breeding season typically occurs from June to October, with infants born approximately 6 months after gestation, and each litter usually lasts from 1 to 2 children. The rapid increase in their numbers makes it difficult for local authorities to control, especially when their eating habits can negatively affect the environment. Monkeys often consume leftover human food such as bread and fruit from passersby. Living in groups. The number of baboons in a group can vary from a few individuals to more than 100, depending on the species and habitat. Their average weight ranges from 12 to 20 pounds. But have you ever considered the impact baboons have on their health, their communities, and the environment? They are the cause of monkeypox, which causes large pimples and even leads to death. Let's explore the origin of the appearance of baboons in the United States, when they were introduced to Florida in the 1930s. Initially, only a small number, but thanks to their strong adaptability and ratio with high birth rates, the baboon population has increased significantly. It is estimated that the number of monkeys in Florida can reach tens of thousands. The monkey population explosion has caused many problems for residents. They invade cities and residential areas, causing chaos and creating safety risks for people. Cities are hit hard by baboon infestations, with hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage every year. Coyotes often occur in wild grasslands and forested areas where they live. So start by setting traps in locations where coyotes are likely to move, such as paths, trails, and foraging areas. The trap is triggered by an attractive bait, usually meat or bone, placed so that the gripper is hidden underground or in bushes, creating an effective coyote capture system. The value of these traps can be up to $50 each and can be used multiple times. In fact, over the years, this practice has been shown to be effective in reducing coyote numbers in Canada. Each year, an estimated 1,000 coyotes are trapped, a significant number that not only reduces the spread of wolves, but also provides economic benefits to the Canadian coyote meat industry when sold in the market cost between $5 and $10 per pound, generating a significant source of income. However, conservationists worry that trapping could have a negative impact on the ecosystem. They argue that coyotes play an important role in controlling herbivore populations and maintaining natural balance. Through the thrill and excitement, coyote hunting is not only an adventure, but also an exciting challenge. Together, farmers and hunters identify hunting areas, carefully establish schedules, and decide on hunting methods to use. This requires a deep understanding of the natural behavior of wolves, thereby creating a reasonable and effective hunting plan. The process of hunting coyotes often uses a variety of means such as traps, guns, or hunting stations. The choice of this method is flexibly adjusted to optimize capture and minimize the risk of harm to the surrounding environment. Some people believe that coyotes play an important role in maintaining natural balance, helping to control herbivore populations. What is your opinion? Please leave your shares below in the comments section. A group of hunters in Georgia, along with hunting dogs, faced a difficult situation when encountering ferocious wild boars. Faced with unexpected challenges from wild pigs and complex terrain, hunters face the risk of slipping, falling into fallen trees, or even getting lost in the forest. Every move becomes a new challenge, especially with the unique and wild terrain in the southeast region. As you can imagine, the wild boars in this area weigh up to 661 pounds and can run at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. In a tragic incident in Alabama in 2023, a hunter was attacked by a Moor's boar. This story is a vivid image of the harshness and danger that hunters face when conquering wild boars. If you were a hunter, how would you deal with such dangerous situations? Therefore, Every wild boar hunt in the southeast United States is not only an adventurous challenge, but also an opportunity to demonstrate skills and necessary protective equipment. Careful preparation and adequate protective equipment not only help minimize risks, but also ensure the safety of each participating member. Creating memorable experiences is not only the goal of every hunt, but is also important for capturing rich and memorable memories. In the hearts of every nature lover in the North of America, states like Alaska, Montana, and Idaho are always special destinations, famous for the impressive presence of wild boars. With their large size and fierce strength, wild boars in this region become more prominent than ever. These are the fascinating challenges of hunting, where their ability to move quickly makes the hunt a true challenge for any hunter. It must be noted that, even when armed, their attack can still occur at any time. Therefore, being fully equipped and carefully prepared from protective clothing to weapons is absolutely necessary. Unforeseen challenges when participating in the hunt. Harsh weather conditions and the ferocity of wild boars make each hunt more adventurous and difficult than ever. In this context, learning and sharing experiences becomes extremely important to create a professional and safe community of northern wild boar hunters. Falling snow not only makes for a great photo, but it's also a difficult layer of snow to get through when you are chasing disoriented wild boars. The bone-chilling cold of frost and sometimes hidden risks. Therefore, hunters need to be equipped with knowledge about survival skills and keeping body temperature in cold environments. Warm clothes, waterproof shoes, and cold-proof sleeping bags will become indispensable items on this journey. On the top of a mountain or in the depths of a forest, every step becomes more important than ever. Careful preparation with adequate forecasting equipment and food is the key to ensuring safety on every hunting trip. What do you find is most important when preparing for a hunting adventure in harsh weather conditions? Extreme weather can have the effect of preventing the growth of invasive species populations. Do you believe there is another more effective solution? If so, what do you think the solution is and why? Millions of wild boars invading have caused serious traffic accidents and greatly affected the lives of Korean people. Faced with the damage they cause, Korean farmers have had to find ways to prevent and control this invasive animal species. In the following video, join me in exploring the effective measures Korean farmers use to manage and minimize the impact of wild boar. Every year, millions of wild boars flood cities in South Korea, disrupting people's daily lives. These encroachments lead to many traffic accidents. In 2022, there was a notable incident where a wild boar ran across the road and collided with a car. The front of the car was severely damaged, and the wild boar was knocked unconscious on the spot. Wild boars not only disrupt traffic on major roads, but also venture into densely populated urban areas to attack and cause damage. This impacts local businesses, leading to significant economic losses every year. Wild boar invasions cause about 1.2 billion USD in damage to Korea. This situation serves as a clear reminder to the people that they must always be vigilant and promptly report sightings of wild boars to the authorities to solve this problem. In urban areas invaded by wild boars, Korean authorities have implemented hunting measures to control the situation. Thanks to this method, Korean people have reduced anxiety and feel safer from the threat of wild boars. This method has helped successfully control the wild boar population, reducing it to about 100,000 by 2023. If you find this method effective, please leave number 1 below in the comments section. Experienced hunters in Korea often choose mountainous terrain to deal with wild boars. These areas are often frequented by wild boars due to their abundant food supply. Additionally, wild boars tend to forage during the day, making it easier for hunters to locate and track them. Hunting during the day helps hunters move more easily over steep, difficult-to-see trails. However, it is important to avoid hunting on bad weather days, as this can affect safety and effectiveness. Using a silencer when hunting wild boar has many benefits, especially helping to reduce noise while hunting. Silencers also protect the hunter's hearing from loud noises and reduce the impact on other animals, helping to limit panic and stress for animals that are not the target of hunting. Every time hunters go out, they should wear appropriate clothing to increase safety. Korean hunters often wear orange clothing for easy identification in case of danger, ensuring they can be seen and rescued promptly if needed. There should be at least 3 hunters per trip to support and help each other, increasing the overall efficiency and safety of the hunt. Additionally, all hunters in Korea must have a hunting license issued by a government agency. In particular, in winter January, Koreans organize hunts for invasive wild animals. The use of hunting tools is a complex issue, with many arguing that it is inhumane and negatively impacts invasive wildlife species. However, it cannot be denied that this measure is effective in dealing with millions of invasive wild species. Koreans also combat invasive wild boars by using one-legged traps. Setting traps requires careful preparation and expertise from hunters to ensure effectiveness and safety. Attention to detail is critical in the trap setting process. To minimize risks to hunter safety, the hunter must ensure that the trap mechanism is properly checked and calibrated. To prevent accidental activation of the trap during setup, clear warning signs or markers should be added around the trap area. This helps alert hunters and other passersby to the presence of the trap, reducing the risk of unintended injury. The use of traps to deal with invasive species is not only an effective but also humane measure, as these traps are designed to cause as little injury as possible to captured animals, providing a safe and quick way to control and eliminate them from human habitat. Combining traps and hunting equipment has helped reduce the number of wild boars invading South Korea's urban areas and helped reduce traffic accidents. If you support both of these methods, please comment number 1. Thank you for watching the entire video. Please share the video for your family to have good luck. And now, join me in watching this video. Invasive wolves are not only a major threat to farmers in the United States, but are now also a serious problem for farmers in Europe. Every year, farmers in Europe face huge losses due to wolf attacks. Sheep are often the main targets of ferocious wolves, and as a result, millions of sheep die, causing huge economic losses. Damages are estimated at around €2 million per year, posing a challenge for the wool processing industry to adjust output to meet supply and demand. Sheep farms often suffer the most damage in winter, when food for wolves becomes scarce and sheep become easier targets. This ease makes sheep farms ideal targets for wolves. Sheep are often attacked in the neck and thighs, making them unable to react to aggressive wolves, especially when farmers cannot predict attacks in time. Wolves often enter unpredicted areas, near forests, where they can escape quickly. According to recent studies, wolf numbers have increased in Europe, meaning an increased risk for farmers. Wolves often attack livestock while they are on the move or at night, causing significant economic losses. These attacks raise worrying questions about measures to protect sheep herds and ensure stable income for farmers. Are there any measures that can effectively prevent wolf attacks without harming sheep? Finding the most suitable and sustainable solution requires cooperation between researchers, environmental regulators, and farmers. Wolves have a running speed of up to 35 to 40 mph. This strength and speed helps them easily chase and hunt prey. In this context, farmers in Europe are facing a major challenge in protecting their livestock from wolf attacks. The best time to hunt wolves is usually at night or early morning, when they are more active and easier to observe. In winter, when food becomes scarce, wolves have to move around more in search of food, making it more accessible. Observing and hunting wolves requires careful preparation and skill on the part of the hunter. One of the most important factors is determining and maintaining a safe and effective distance to shoot wolves, which typically ranges from 50 to 300 meters depending on environmental conditions. Choosing the right scope is important because it affects the accuracy of the shot, the hunter's welfare, and the animal's natural experience. At this distance, hunters can use a viewfinder or observation device to assist and accurately evaluate. Identifying targets in advance of shooting distance helps hunters avoid detection, minimizing the risk of wolves detecting them and reacting by running away or attacking. Once the appropriate distance has been determined, shooting needs to be done accurately and carefully using the appropriate weapon and ammunition to ensure effectiveness and safety during hunting season. Hunting with teammates or alone has its own advantages and disadvantages. However, hunting with teammates often brings more benefits in many cases. The presence of teammates not only creates a safer environment, but also improves the likelihood of a successful hunt. First, hunting with teammates provides support and safety for each member of the group. If you encounter an emergency or dangerous situation, having someone nearby can provide timely help and support. Second, hunting with teammates increases your chances of successfully shooting down prey. Having more hunting eyes and the experience of teammates increases the ability to detect and track prey, improving orientation and searching abilities, thereby increasing the chance of hitting the target. Ultimately, hunting with teammates provides a better social experience, sharing the joys, challenges, and achievements of the hunt, creating memories and strong bonds between group members. This not only adds excitement and passion to hunting activities, but also creates an environment of engagement and strong feeling, aiming to achieve a balance between human interests and animal survival, wild like wolves, while effectively controlling wolf populations. protecting farms. Innovative measures such as using modern technology to monitor wolf behavior and applying strategic trapping methods are extremely important. These measures not only help reduce the number of wolves in the wild, but also minimize negative impacts on the ecosystem. This improves effectiveness in protecting both people and wildlife, while maintaining a balanced and sustainable natural habitat. Environmental hunting can lead to a reduction in the number and biodiversity of species, as well as disruption of ecological relationships. In addition, hunting wild animals can disrupt the natural food chain and adversely affect the development of other species in the biological community. Therefore, prospecting and predicting their lives is important to maintain their natural balance and habitat. The use of hunting equipment to kill wolves depends on the laws and hunting culture of each country. Some countries have robust wolf management programs in which the use of hunting equipment to control wolf populations is carefully regulated and monitored. However, specific information about the number of people participating in wolf hunting has not been publicly released due to the sensitivity of this issue and fluctuations in legal regulations and public opinion. Wild boars have a rapid growth rate, about 20 to 25% per year, which creates many management challenges due to their high adaptability to many different environments. Wild boar populations need to be culled each year to maintain current numbers. Adult pigs can weigh up to 6.61 pounds. They can move alone or in groups to forage, although they move slowly due to many obstacles. But this does not reduce their danger level. With these characteristics, the invasive feral hog species is expected to cause serious problems affecting the quality of life of Texans. The city of Lufkin in East Texas is facing a problem of wild boar attacks, even on children's play areas. These ferocious wild boars often roam the streets, rummaged through trash cans, attack pets, and even threaten to damage people's property safety. According to estimates, property damage caused by wild boar attacks in Lufkin, Texas in 2023 will amount to more than 1 million USD. Garbage collection costs also increase because they often rummage through trash cans, causing waste to spill onto the street, estimated at more than $500,000 per year. When living in an environment polluted by waste, you will choose to move to another place or find ways to deal with harmful factors. Feral hogs are not limited to urban areas, but are also known to be the invasive species that causes the most damage to farms in East Texas. The farming industry, especially corn, was seriously affected. According to estimates by the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, the corn industry in Texas will lose about 19,190 million USD due to wild boar invasion in 2023. This number accounts for about 10% of the total corn production of the state of Texas. Corn production is the second largest industry, bringing the largest revenue to farmers, with revenue of 22.3 billion USD. Therefore, the Texas government must take strong measures to minimize these losses. Don't take your eyes off the screen. Below is the only effective method applied in this state. During dangerous hunting trips, terrain can cause many disadvantages for hunters. Traveling on rough mountain roads can be potentially dangerous and drain the hunter's energy. To overcome this, hunters use helicopters as their main means of transport.
Go for it.
Hunting helicopters provide a quick and flexible means of transportation, helping hunters easily track and effectively destroy invading wild boar herds. According to hunters, wild boars often live in remote, hard-to-reach places, so helicopters help them reach these areas more easily. Professional hunters know how to use hunting equipment to take down wild boars before they have a chance to run away. Pilots are trained to locate wild boars, after hunters and pilots are prepared in terms of expertise and hunting skills. Do you think that is enough to be able to hunt wild boar? They need to have all the necessary hunting licenses. You should check the weather forecast in advance to ensure suitable conditions for a safe flight, and choose an experienced pilot who is well trained in helicopter operations to ensure efficiency and safety throughout. Wild boar hunting flight. Pilots assist hunters in searching for wild boars by identifying areas with many wild boars and ensuring flight safety. Do you agree that the combination of hunter and pilot makes for a successful hunt? If so, please leave number 2 in the comments section. In addition, hunters need to be fully equipped with hunting equipment and helmets to ensure safety and effectiveness during hunting. It's important to stay safe and responsible, helping you take down wild boars accurately and without causing harm. Flying at lower altitudes provides clearer visibility, helping hunters spot slow-moving wild boars in jungle and desert areas. The slow movement of invasive feral hogs gives hunters enough time to process information and make informed decisions when searching for them during the day. The wild boar population has been successfully eliminated by approximately 50,000 animals by 2022, and this initiative has been adopted by many other states. However, you may be wondering how much it costs to conduct a wild boar hunt by helicopter. This is the most effective method, but also the most expensive. The costs of the campaign are shared between hunters and local authorities. They typically pay for the plane and pilots, while contractors are responsible for gas and other costs. The average cost for a wild boar hunt is about $500, but can vary depending on the size of the hunting area. Overall, this campaign minimized damage to crops and the environment in the state of Georgia. In your opinion, what other solutions does Texas have to optimize the management of invasive wildlife populations? If you have a new method that is cost-effective but still effective, please share to help communities with invasive animals. Some communities do not support helicopter hunting of wild boar, as they believe this practice is hurting wild boar. Another opinion is that using helicopters causes environmental pollution due to emissions from aircraft and hunting equipment. What do you think about this issue? Which opinion do you support? If you agree, please comment with 0. If you know the characteristics and hiding places of wild boars, please share so everyone can avoid them. If you support the way Texans responded with helicopters, please comment number 3 because this solution has been effective in preventing the growth of some invasive species. Do you believe in any other solutions? If so, please don't forget to share your comments and opinions below. At the same time, don't forget to share, like and subscribe to our channel to support upcoming videos. Finally, don't forget to share this video with all your friends so they can watch and enjoy. Have you had problems with stray cats in your garden? What do you think we should do to solve this problem? Hello, dear friends! Feral cats are known to be a dangerous invasive species that is causing ecological imbalance in Australia. These cats, introduced into Australia in the 18th century, have increased dramatically and caused many problems for the environment. Leave number 1 in the comments and join us now. They appear everywhere, especially in park areas. With their cunning personality, they approach people and want to beg for food. Two cats are chasing humans. Here I see a lot of the cuteness of the cat. Do you see that? Although the cat's body is not as big as a dog's, these stray cats are not afraid to attack the ferocious dog that causes chaos on the beach. As in this situation, the cat uses its strength and even jumps up and scratches the dog's face. Feral cats are carnivores, and they play an important role in predation in the Australian ecosystem, eating millions of wildlife each year, affecting birds, small mammals, and reptiles. Additionally, feral cats have a long lifespan and the ability to survive in any environment, making them a major challenge in population control. They often move near residential areas to look for food. Sometimes they knock on people's doors to ask for food. This creates a risk for people living near wildlife areas and resident animals. Cats are active at night. They become very good at hiding and cannot be easily detected. Once they have located their target, they quickly rush forward and capture their prey. According to a study by the University of New South Wales, feral cats in Australia kill about 270 million fish every year. This study was conducted at 23 different locations across Australia over 2 years, from 2018 to 2020. Although this case is not common, it shows the incredible hunting power of this cat, which can attack almost any animal, including wild animals. This incident attracted great attention from Australian public opinion. Many people are concerned that feral cats are becoming a growing threat to the Australian ecosystem. Not only do they attack wild animals, they also sometimes attack livestock. Feral cats can accidentally encounter mice, one of their favorite foods, in any area. This not only creates a nutritious meal for them, but also helps them maintain survival. According to Australian government estimates, feral cats are causing population decline, with millions of wild animals falling victim every year, including about 3 million birds, 2.1 million small mammals, and 1.2 million reptiles. Cats are also becoming a threat to human health, as they can carry infectious diseases such as rabies, toxoplasmosis, and respiratory infections. Hunting is a means of controlling the feral cat population in Australia. Using hunting equipment requires people to have a license from the state or territory government in which they operate, which ensures that hunting activities are regulated and safe for everyone. It is estimated that each year about 2 million feral cats are hunted in the suburbs. This measure plays an important role in controlling feral cat populations and preventing them from increasing rapidly, minimizing the risk of serious consequences, building for Australian communities and local ecosystems. At night, when cats begin to hunt, they become more visible. This time is when hunters will prepare the necessary tools to start the night hunt. Wild cats are very sensitive and like to keep quiet, so hunters need to wait patiently. They use headlights to observe cats in the dark, and a group hunting cats at night usually has at least 2 people to support each other during the hunt. When they spot a target, they move gently and carefully closer, using hunting tools to skillfully approach the target. If cats detect and feel threatened, they may run away or attack the hunter. This requires skill and meticulousness in every move. It is estimated that a hunter can hunt about 10 cats in one night, but this requires their patience and skill. A GPS system has been deployed to monitor feral cat populations in Australia. vaccinated to prevent reproduction, then released back into the wild. The results from tracking their movements after just a few months were astonishing. Do you agree with this solution? If so, leave the number 2. Otherwise, leave the number 0 in the comment section. According to estimates by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, there are currently about 2 million wild boars in Texas, accounting for more than 40% of the total number of wild boars in the U.S. They consume everything from grains to grass to small animals, and even go to landfills in search of food. This diverse diet is also a source of heavy damage to agriculture and the environment in Texas. Texas. The USDA estimates that feral hogs cause about $2.5 billion in damage each year to Texas farms, orchards, and farms. Wild pigs destroying crops are the main cause of total damage of up to $1.5 billion USD. They even destroyed primary forests, causing their negative impact with a total loss of about 5,500 million USD. One very interesting thing is that it is so cunning that it pretends to be dead to trick people. Wild pigs are often active at night, attacking orchard farms and forests. They prioritize areas with abundant food sources, such as farming areas and forests near residential areas. Each herd of wild pigs usually has 10 to 20 pigs, but there are also large herds of up to 100 pigs. With ferocity, they not only attack wild animals, but also threaten humans. Their creation of burrows in the area is a major challenge to managing and controlling feral pig populations, causing undesirable impacts on agriculture and the environment. Texas wild boar hunting in southeast Texas is a popular activity that attracts the interest of many hunters, while wild pigs often appear and operate at night. This creates a good opportunity for those who want to challenge themselves. One of the main means is to use powerful hunting dogs to help them search and chase herds of wild pigs. At the same time, using a flashlight also becomes an important tactic to help hunters see more clearly in the dark and quickly locate targets. According to statistics from the Texas Department of Agriculture and Infrastructure, each year about 250,000 wild pigs are hunted in southeast Texas. Of these, about 100,000 are victims of nighttime hunting. As wild pigs' vision helps them cleverly hide in the dark, hunting usually takes place from about 10 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock a.m., which is the time when wild boars most often appear. This activity is not only an exciting hunting experience, but also an opportunity for hunters to practice unique techniques and enjoy the beauty of nature at night. Fun events are often held in the South Central Texas area. These activities are often organized by hunting clubs, hunting companies, or nonprofit organizations. The time to organize these competitions usually takes place around October to December, when wild boars begin to store fat to prepare for winter. This is the time when wild boars become healthy and heavy. An ideal goal for participating in hunting is to join hunting parties. According to estimates by the Texas Department of Agriculture and Infrastructure, about 250,000 feral hogs are hunted in South Central Texas each year. Night trapping is a common method used to control wild hog populations in habitats of wild boars and dixies. Trappers often work at night, setting traps in areas where mosquitoes are abundant, or in places with abundant food and water sources, such as agricultural areas or forests. The number of pigs harvested is usually at least one per night when the trap is set. When discovering a pig falling into a trap, hunters often wait until morning to harvest the number of pigs that have been trapped. In Texas, according to estimates by the Department of Agriculture and Infrastructure, about 1 million pigs are harvested each year. This is part of the state government's efforts to control the wild warthog population. Now we will move on to another area to see how farmers deal with invasive species. let's continue to monitor wild creatures and how they find food in their environment. When food sources in the forest gradually run out, wild pigs will move to other areas to meet their nutritional needs. The farm becomes an ideal destination, providing a diverse food source including crops and agricultural products. However, invasive species like boars have the potential to consume most crops such as corn, wheat, potatoes, and others. However, fruits such as corn and wheat are a more suitable food source for invasive species, and they often hide and consume directly from them. For farmers, fields are a big challenge. In fact, the damage caused by stem borers can be huge for the agricultural industry and local farmers. The estimated hundreds of thousands of dollars per year is just a fraction of the money that could be lost. Areas infested with invasive species can be severely damaged, leading to major losses in yields and farmer income. This is due to their ability to travel over long distances and at incredible speeds, which can reach up to 31 mph. This is a big challenge for farmers and ranchers in areas near forests or their natural habitats. The wild boar's ability to travel long distances is an important factor that helps them easily penetrate farms where they search for food and new homes. This can cause serious problems for farmers and agribusinesses, especially when they move in herds. Wild boar herds can cause quick and severe damage to farms. In addition, flocks can also penetrate fence systems and cause damage to farm infrastructure. Protecting farms from feral boar infestations is a challenge for farmers, especially in Canada, where many farms do not have effective, predictable measures to deal with infestations. In places where there are no permanent fences to prevent the entry of wild animals, as is the case on some farms, protection becomes inadequate. Some farms do not have solid protection measures such as high and sturdy fences to prevent the entry of wild boars. The rapid reproduction rate of wild boars is one of the main reasons why management and control becomes difficult. Predictions about the food source of wild boars are also noteworthy. They have strong reproductive ability, can give birth to hundreds of offspring each year, rapidly increasing the number of wild boars and their need for food. Building a solid fence is a basic but extremely effective measure to prevent the intrusion of wild boars. The fence must be constructed from sturdy material. at least 3.5 feet high and buried at least 1 foot deep into the ground. Measures to capture and hold wild pigs also need to be implemented, especially for individual pigs, with the use of a variety of traps to prevent them from accessing farms. For example, tunnel traps, spike traps, and wire traps are methods used to catch wild boars. Placing traps in favorable locations near food or water sources can increase the likelihood of catching them. Hunting is an effective measure to reduce the number of wild boar in the area. However, this also requires safe and responsible implementation to avoid endangering humans and other animals. Consuming wild boar meat can help reduce damage caused by their invasion. Wild boar meat not only brings high nutritional value, but is also popular with many people. Popularizing wild boar meat could help reduce pressure on the need to hunt and use traps to control wild boar numbers, while also opening up new sources of income. While harvesting wild boar meat offers opportunities for communities, it is important to note that the process needs to be managed sustainably to avoid overfishing and impact on wild boar populations. Dingo dogs, symbols of wild Australia, once played an important role in the local ecosystem. But in recent days, the increase in their numbers and their penetration into residential areas has created a dangerous invasive problem, causing economic loss and threatening community safety. Let's explore what causes dingo dogs to reach this condition and what solutions can help us solve this problem. If you are ready, leave number 3 and join us now. Dingo dogs, a wild species of Australia, are facing difficult challenges in finding natural habitat and food. The shrinking of living space due to logging activities and expansion of agricultural areas has forced them to seek residential areas to survive. This not only causes encroachment into human living space, but also pushes dingo dogs into fierce competition with other wild animals for food sources. However, the dingo dogs' constant efforts to find food led to unwanted consequences when they began attacking livestock and even residential areas. Their attraction to easily available food has made them dangerous to humans and livestock, causing economic loss and adverse effects on public safety. The uncontrolled invasion of dingo dogs not only causes significant economic losses to the livestock industry, but also threatens the safety and health of humans, especially children, along with creating a serious imbalance in the natural ecosystem. Economically, the huge loss each year due to dingo attacks is a shock not only for breeders but also for the whole community. Millions of dollars are lost due to the killing of livestock and causing unforeseen damage to the agricultural industry. The danger comes not only from their attacks on livestock, but also from their ability to attack humans. Children are the most vulnerable group in unwanted encounters with dingo dogs, which can lead to serious consequences, even death. In addition, the uncontrolled increase in the number of dingo dogs also threatens the natural balance in their habitat. This imbalance can have unintended consequences for other animal species, from population reduction to changes in animal community structure. Hunting is a method to reduce dingo dogs. When hunting, they will follow the dog's footprints and follow it. In dog hunting, the use of guns is an important part of the strategy. Hunters often approach their targets carefully, waiting in silence so as not to lose their opportunity. Once the target was sighted, they needed skill and patience to aim and shoot accurately. Good adjustment of the gun and appropriate bullet selection are decisive factors for the success of a hunt. Each shot brings thrill and excitement, but also requires concentration and patience from the hunter. During the hunting process, participants need to comply with legal regulations on hunting and environmental protection. This includes complying with gun safety regulations and cleaning up shell casings after hunting. In particular, hunting does not cause unwanted damage to natural habitats and other animals. In addition to hunting, they also use cage traps by placing a piece of bait meat in the trap. Wait for the dog to enter and the trap will collapse. This method is safe and does not cause damage to the dingo. Putting fences or wire mesh around residential areas will prevent dingoes from entering, keeping communities safe and protecting their properties from attacks by these animals. Do you like training dingo dogs to become friends? If yes, leave the number 5. Otherwise, leave the number 0. And don't forget to share your opinion below in the comments section. The United States is famous for its unique ecosystems and diversity of wildlife. Recently, they were faced with an unprecedented challenge, an increase in attacks of crocodiles in one of the rural municipalities. So how did American farmers react to 3,000 crocodiles attacking their city? In October 2023, the city of Miami, Florida saw a series of alligator attacks, leaving more than 100 people attacked and 30 people dead within a week. This alarming situation raises questions about how America's farming and civilian communities will deal with an influx of alligators and the dangers that come with it.
That's fine, I guess.
In the wake of the alligator crisis, American farmers have needed to come up with creative solutions to deal with the threat posed by these alligators. Together, they built a sturdy steel fence around the city, creating a resilient physical barrier against crocodile incursions. The infiltration of the fences is not only a deterrent, but also the city's first line of defense against the invasion of crocodiles. The construction of these steel structures is a testament to the relentless determination and ingenuity of American agriculture. The community's innovative approach to using fences over the past 30 years has played a vital role in protecting the city. This fence was deployed for miles around the city's perimeter, creating an impenetrable boundary. This unified effort saw close cooperation between farmers and local authorities and demonstrated the power of community. Alligator hunting has been a part of Miami history for centuries, with indigenous people using simple tools like spears to hunt these reptiles. Using baited hooks, they hunted alligators from both the shore and boats, creating a distinct culture and customs in Miami. ensure the sustainability of crocodile populations and the safety of both hunters and guides, specific guidelines have been established. Licensing crocodile hunters ensures that only people with appropriate training and knowledge are allowed to engage in hunting within certain time limits each year, thereby preventing overhunting and allowing crocodile populations to thrive during their breeding period. Crocodile hunting is limited to designated areas to manage populations and minimize encounters between crocodiles and the public. Alligator hunting is not only a part of Miami history, but also serves an important purpose beyond being a tradition. It plays an important role in population control, ensuring that crocodile numbers are managed effectively and preventing potential threats to humans and other wildlife. The importance of alligator hunting becomes clear when looking at statistics on alligator populations and hunting activity in Miami, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. With approximately 1.3 million alligators living in the state of Florida, careful management of them is extremely important to protect both people and wildlife. In 2022 alone, approximately 2,000 alligators were legally harvested in Miami, contributing to population control efforts. These numbers clearly demonstrate the important role of crocodile hunting in ensuring the safety of the city's residents and visitors. Although alligators are an integral part of the Florida ecosystem, they can be dangerous to humans and other animals. Regulated hunting helps maintain a delicate balance, conserving both these remarkable reptiles and ensuring the well-being of Miami communities. Throughout Miami's history, alligator hunting has been deeply intertwined with the area's cultural heritage. This is not only a tradition, but also a means of responsible population management, ensuring the safety of both people and alligators by following regulations and guidelines established by the state. The increase in alligator attacks in Miami is a stark reminder of the growing challenges brought about by environmental change. The alligator crisis is a wake-up call for all American cities, calling on them to prepare for the unexpected challenges of a changing world. Keeping a safe distance and reporting immediately when you spot an alligator are important principles to ensure the safety of both humans and alligators. Miami's alligator crisis serves as a reminder of the importance of adapting to a changing world and finding creative solutions to protect communities. Through proper preparation and knowledge, American farmers successfully defended against alligator invasions, bringing a sense of security to their cities. The United States, better equipped, will be able to address the challenges of environmental change in the ecosystem. The uncontrolled proliferation of carp in Australia has attracted attention, as they are involved in wastewater treatment by consuming algae. But unfortunately, a significant number of carp have escaped measures control. Escaped carp create a serious problem in Australia as they invade lakes and ponds, having a major impact on the local environment. The overpresence of carp poses a major challenge to the ecosystem, requiring balance and diversity in other fish management measures to control sudden increases in carp populations and conserve and protect freshwater ecosystems. Carp are often of considerable size, with flattened bodies and fan-like tails. In addition, they are also known for their ability to adapt to many different water environments, from freshwater to brackish water. The carp's aggressiveness is also notable, and they can sometimes become overcrowded when spreading in new environments. To deal with the carp invasion, farmers have adopted an effective method of fishing using electricity. Sailors move in boats through waterways, creating a simulated electric field, which causes an electric shock to fish underwater. This electric shock disrupts the carp's ability to move. immobilizing them and causing them to float to the surface, making it easier for farmers to remove them. This method not only minimizes the invasive impact of carp on freshwater ecosystems, but also provides an effective opportunity to control and reduce fish populations in the environment. Although the use of invasive carp for food production may be a solution to reduce pressure on wild fish stocks, in Australia, invasive carp are generally considered a nuisance species and should not be considered a nuisance, widely accepted as a culinary choice. However, wider acceptance of the culinary use of invasive carp could reduce pressure on wild fish stocks and open up more sustainable opportunities in food production. Do you find this approach reasonable? If you agree, please leave a comment with number 1. Otherwise, leave number 0. The traditional form of bow and arrow fishing for invasive carp is a stimulating experience and requires a high level of skill and proficiency on the part of the angler. When a fish appears near shore or underwater, the angler must concentrate and quickly release the arrow with power and precision. The string attached to the arrow helps the angler control the strength of the fish, and the experience is not only about dexterity and technical precision, but also about the excitement of challenging and fighting with fish full of strength. It is a challenge that anglers find exciting when they face the fish in their own field. Tasmanian devils here provide a colorful and diverse picture of wildlife. The Tasmanian devil, one of the most ferocious creatures on the planet, primarily preys on small prey such as birds, reptiles, and insects to stay alive. What is special about them is the strong and unpleasant smell from their scent glands, which is a sign of strength and territorial dominance. The Tasmanian devil's running ability is incredible. With speeds of up to 12 meters per hour, they are creatures that can hunt continuously for long periods of time. However, since 1941, the Australian government has recognized the importance of protecting Tasmanian devils and preventing their population growth. Placing the Tasmanian devil in a wildlife sanctuary is not only a protection measure for this species, but also a way to maintain natural balance and protect the ecosystem. This policy not only helps limit the invasion of Tasmanian devils, but also protects their existence in the natural environment. What do you think about this method? Please share your opinion about this approach and the importance of protecting wildlife. The feeling of horror and anxiety before the appearance of red foxes is not only an obsession of Australian farmers, but also a tragic reality when it comes to the sheep farming industry. Sheep farming is a traditional and important profession of Australian agriculture, contributing significantly to the national economy. Australian sheep are not only raised for wool and meat, but are also an important cultural and economic symbol of the country. The red fox invasion not only causes significant financial losses, but also poses a serious threat to Australia's economy, impacting hundreds of millions of dollars. The cause of this phenomenon can be explained by the natural behavior of red foxes when they often enter areas in search of food, especially when food sources become scarce. Territorial encroachment often occurs in overlapping habitats, where red foxes compete with each other for resources and social status. This often leads to conflicts and territorial disputes, especially during mating season, when fox behavior can change according to the environment. Aware of the fox's cunning and agility, Australian farmers chose hunting as the ideal method to prevent invasion and control red fox populations. Although the red fox's growth rate is very fast, with agility and cunning, hunters have created an effective solution. Foxes are a common predator in Germany, especially in agriculture, where their agility is demonstrated by their hunting techniques and complex social lifestyle. Fox families often build elaborate dens, and they can live alone or in groups. In recent years, the number of fox invasions in Germany has increased significantly, reaching hundreds of thousands of foxes each year, causing heavy damage to the national economy amounting to hundreds of millions of dollars. Foxes have become one of the most invasive species in Germany over the past decade, with their numbers doubling from 300 to 600,000. They often attack poultry farms at night, especially in areas they identify as their land, with chickens with weak eyesight often being their main targets. Foxes often hide in the suburbs before carrying out attacks, and their attacks in broad daylight cause victims to panic and flee. The significant increase in the number of foxes and their boldness in attacking poultry flocks has created a situation of great concern among the farming community in Germany. German residents have used snap traps to control fox populations since the 19th century. The traps are placed strategically in fox-rich areas, such as near barns or pastures. They are designed to activate quickly when a fox enters, ensuring effective capture. This method has helped reduce the number of foxes captured annually by about 20% over the past 2 decades, equivalent to about 20,000 foxes caught in traps each year in Germany. Do you like this approach? If yes, leave a comment with number 1, and if not, leave a comment with number 0. To increase the effectiveness of traps, they need to be set approximately 2 to 3 times per week, but require attention and compliance with safety guidelines. Traps should be placed in safe locations and out of reach of children and pets. Foxes are able to breed year-round. but the mating period usually occurs in spring and summer. A litter of foxes usually has 4 to 6 cubs, but this number can vary depending on environmental conditions and food sources. Most of them are widely distributed across a variety of environments, including grassland forests and red fox settlements, demonstrating the ability to adapt flexibly to a variety of habitats. And as can be easily observed as they roam the suburbs looking for food. Their rapid reproduction has led to a significant increase. The number of foxes with a growth rate 10% higher than other fox species, with the ability to proficiently hunt red foxes, contributes up to 15% of the national economy. However, in Australia, they pose significant challenges to the farming community. Red foxes often invade farms to attack and steal other animals to meet their nutritional needs. The rapid increase in red fox populations not only damages the economy, but also negatively impacts the ecosystem. In just one night, many chickens on the farm were killed. So, what was the cause? Foxes invaded and attacked the farm. Do you know the reason why foxes invaded and attacked the farm? Can be explained through a variety of factors: loss of natural habitat, negative impacts from human activities, and a sudden increase in fox numbers, contributing to the scarcity of food sources, forcing them must search for resources in urban areas and even infiltrate farms to meet their nutritional needs. To prevent fox invasion, some people choose to use traditional methods such as traps. The main advantage of this method is the ability to capture live foxes, which benefits the control and management of fox populations in the area. Do you know where these captured foxes were taken afterwards? Please share with me. The use of traditional trapping methods has proven effective in controlling fox populations. However, they are not a perfect solution and face a number of challenging issues. Issues associated with the use of traps include the risk of accidentally catching other animals such as dogs, cats, or rabbits, creating safety concerns and unwanted effects on other wildlife. In Germany, farmers also used hunting as a means of controlling foxes. Hunting activities are strictly governed by federal hunting laws. Only individuals with a valid hunting license are allowed to participate, especially at night, when foxes are usually active to hunt. Hunters need to be fully equipped with the necessary tools and understand the hunting area. Careful preparation and an in-depth understanding of the hunting environment are extremely important to ensure effective and safe control of fox populations. Hello friends! Did you know that Australia is facing one of the highest mammal extinction rates in the world? More than 70% of Australia's native animals cannot be found anywhere else on Earth. Therefore, every loss for Australia is also a loss for the world. One of the biggest threats to Australia's native species is the introduction of feral cats. In today's video, we will find out how Australian farmers are dealing with the problem of 6.3 million feral cats. If you are excited about this content, please leave your number 1 below in the comments section. Feral cats first appeared naturally in Australia in the 1850s. To date, the number of feral cats in Australia is estimated from 1.4 to 6.3 million. They have become an obsession for Australians, especially livestock farmers, because they are not only an invasive species but also prey on millions of native animals, creating ecological imbalance. Even though they belong to the same cat family, feral cats are not cute at all and are very aggressive. They have the ability to hunt patiently and adapt well to the environment, making it difficult for many native animals to survive with them. Watch the video to better understand how farmers are meeting this challenge and solving the feral cat problem in Australia. And feral cats not only cause a lot of damage, they are also linked to the extinction of 25 species of native small and medium-sized mammals, threatening the existence of more than 100 other native species in Australia. The annual predation impact of feral cats on native Australian wildlife is estimated to be huge, with 272 million birds, 470 million reptiles, and millions of other mammals killed, along with unknown losses to invertebrates and amphibians. These massacres frequently take place in the bush, but feral cats in town areas also cause significant losses. They are capable of injuring people and are often difficult to distinguish from domestic cats due to their agile bodies, sharp senses, and good hunting ability. Feral cats are suited to living alone and are often active at dawn and dusk. They are often located in sheltered places such as rabbit holes or bushes. Feral cat populations are self-sustaining and breed successfully, with females able to give birth to 2 litters per year. Young feral cats live with their mothers until about 7 months old, after which they disperse and live alone. This female gave birth to dozens of other litters of feral cats, contributing to the sudden increase in the number of feral cats. This situation is creating food shortages and threatening biodiversity in Australia. Let's take a look at the challenges that feral cats bring. In the wild, They tend to increase their hunting and attacking behavior to ensure survival. Like a leopard cutting through the desert, the light footsteps and sharp eyes of wild cats are directed at prey. These unfortunate ducks will become a meal for feral cats. Especially when they are hungry. Although birds are often the favorite targets of feral cats when they are hungry, the animal's resistance is often ineffective, and they fight desperately until the feral cats tear them apart. Wild cats are such strong people. They are small in size, but have enough attack power and ferocity to terrify their opponents. Feral cats not only attack wild animals, but also attack pets when given the opportunity. Naturally, your pet is no match for a wild hunter. If not stopped in time, things will get worse. The result will probably be similar to the confrontation with the duck or wild cat just now.